Hi guys, so it's your girl Pretty Face Ash and I'm back with a video. Thank you guys for tuning in. So I'm here to talk to you guys today about my favorite foundations, okay? Like this is a highly requested video I feel like for my channel. A lot of people have been asking what are my favorite foundations and what shade I wear. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown, especially if you're the same skin complexion as me or if you're just looking for a new foundation. I'm going to tell you guys which foundations to grab, okay? So I'm going down the list. I did 10, okay? It's a lot, I know, but it just depends on the type of look I'm going for that day and the type of feel that I want on my skin. I'm usually more normal skin. Sometimes I get more dry, sometimes I get more oily. So that's why I like to have options personally. So let's just run down. I'm gonna start with my number 10 foundation. It's going to have to be BareMinerals Bare Pro. So this is one of the newest foundations. I got this in gratis. That's when you get free products from your makeup company that you work for. I work for Sephora. So I got this in gratis for free. It's the BareMinerals Bare Pro. And it's a performance wear liquid foundation. So this foundation is supposed to be long wearing, but I don't feel that as though it is. But it's a great foundation for a natural look. I'll pump some out. So the shade that I'm wearing well, I'm not wearing it today, but the shade that I wear is Cappucino 27. So it's kind of red, but I don't mind because I'm really warm on my arms, if you guys can see. So I don't mind going with a little bit of red because I always can cool it down. So I'm just going to blend that in. Of course, my hand is light. But it's super lightweight. It dries down to be like a semi-matte. It's so lightweight in texture. I love how it feels on my face. This is for the days that I want something super lightweight and natural and very easy to blend. It's really nice and comfortable. I feel like if you're more normal skin to even dry, you will really benefit from this foundation. If you have more oily skin, you can still wear it, but definitely get like a really great setting powder and a really great primer under it, okay? So that was my number 10 spot. Number 9, I love my NARS All Day Luminous foundation. So this foundation I have is actually in the shade Tahoe. Like my shade ranges are all over, but I usually use this one for my kit. The one that I wear in NARS is Macao. That's what I personally love to wear. But I do love the All Day Luminous. I don't have a bottle in my shade, so don't judge my life. But it is really great, especially if you are looking for something that's lightweight again on your skin, a more natural finish. You can build it up to be more full if you want. I definitely just say more medium personally for this. So it goes out and it's watery, but I don't mind that because this bad boy, it goes a little bit, goes a long way, and it's very hydrating. For me, I still don't really gravitate towards this foundation too often. It's still one of my favorites because I feel like it looks pretty on the skin. I'm just talking from my personal favorites and my favorites of what I like to use on people as well. Okay, so just what I'm used to working with. All Day Luminous, it looks great, looks natural. If you have any texture in the skin, it sits really well with it. Just make sure you use a great primer under it. Again, key to life is a great primer that goes with your foundation. So if you can find that good combo, girl, you set for life, okay? So that was that one. See how it looks? I could get away with Tahoe as a shade, but it still would be a little bit like, I'm not doing it. So that was All Day Luminous. That was my number 9 spot. Number 8. Okay, so that foundation would be, I have it listed all here. So number 8 foundation would be the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. So this foundation is great. A little bit goes a long way. Again, I got this in gratis and I was like obsessed with it because I bought it with my own money at first. I bought the shade Tobacco and that shade was too dark for me, I felt like, or it was too like olive tone. It was doing something weird on my skin. Did not like it. I was sitting there thinking like, why would somebody recommend this foundation for me, right? So I ended up getting Sienna. Sienna is still, it's like, it feels like it's too chocolate, but once you find the right tone within Becca, like, girl, it is really amazing. This is definitely too chocolate for me, but a little bit goes a long way. See how I did one little pump of it? This thing, you can cover so much with it. It's ridiculous. You see how I wiped that away? Just for you guys, I'm wasting all this foundation. Just for y'all. But a little bit goes a long way. You can blend this out and get full coverage with this. I feel like a lot of people sleep on this foundation, but once it sets, it does not move, okay? It's one of those foundations where it's long lasting and it's like creamy. I love it. I love a foundation that goes on and it just sets. I hate having to touch up. I don't know if I told you guys that. I hate having to touch up on my makeup so much. Like, I just want something that will last all day long without me worrying about it and without me having to carry a powder or any other type of makeup on me, because I don't have time. I'm that girl. I do not have time to touch up. I'll touch up on my lip. If I see them little like creasing here or there, I'll rub it in, fill it in. I'm good. I just don't want to have to touch up like and be sitting there doing my makeup. That's my own mini rant. So at least you know where I'm coming from with these foundations. Something that's going to last you a long time without having to touch up, or that's great for all day wear. And that's one of them. It dries down to be more matte. It's a smooth texture. I love their shade ranges in Becca. Again, they probably could do better. They're not like Fenty or Lancome with shade ranges or MAC, but they are pretty good for being a new company. Their shades are very warm. So if you have olive skin tone or a warm light brown caramel, or even to the most chocolate of girls who still have a little bit of that yellow undertone, you would really appreciate Becca. Like, for real. Especially if you're looking for, they even have Aqua Luminous. That foundation is amazing too. But I couldn't fit that on my list. That one's really good. Definitely check it out, okay? Full coverage. Don't need a lot. I love it. Looks like skin. Next on my list, I'm really excited about it. Let me rub this off. Too bad I can't do it on my face right now. Too bad. But anyways, the next foundation that I like is the MAC Prolongwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. So this bad boy, me and this foundation go way back. Well, since it came out. I love it. So the shade that I have is NC45. This is actually the shade that I wear that I feel like is really perfect. Usually I'm NW43 in MAC, but in this foundation, I ended up transferring over to be an NC45. It blends right in. It feels lightweight. The finish is more of like a natural matte. I want to say it dries down. So when you first put it on, it's really nice and nourishing. I think that's in the name, isn't it? Nourishing. So it is. It does what it says it will do. It nourishes your skin. So anybody can use this foundation. Anyone. And it goes right on. Even if you have texture, even if you want to cover, see how I'm able to really cover? I could cover my whole like my whole face with just a small amount, which is always good because it will last you a long time. And also too, the wear is amazing. It wears throughout the day really well. It looks great. It doesn't oxidize on me. I don't know if it'll oxidize. Let me get it right. I don't know if it'll oxidize on anyone else. That oxidizing meaning it turns colors. Usually means it turns darker for people who don't know. And it feels really, really good. There's no SPF in this foundation, which is great. And out of all the foundations that I just tried, let me see. Only one that had SPF in it was BareMinerals, the Bare Pro. But next on my list is MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. And the shade that I like to wear is C7. So this is actually the shade that I really love. This foundation is my baby. It goes on lightweight. This foundation is waterproof as well. Sweat proof, humidity, all that. HG, so it looks good on camera. C7 is a great tone. Look, it looks like it's nothing. This is going to give you minimal, like sheer coverage to medium coverage. So if you don't need a lot of coverage, this would be a good foundation for you, especially if you're not looking for the full coverage and if you just want something to help even you out some, this is great. I wear this sometimes and I mix it with other foundations to give it a little bit more durability. It just helps to loosen it up some, you know. It doesn't make it as full coverage. So that's why I love that. I even love to use it with a little bit of concealer. Let's say I want to go for a no makeup look. I would definitely use that with a little bit of concealer where I need it and just go in. All right, and I'll be looking real flawless. I love how it's hydrating. It will dry down on you, and it kind of has a grip, so it gets a little like, I don't want to say sticky because that sounds gross, but like almost tacky, where you can literally sit something on top of it and it's beautiful. For the days that I used to I wasn't really big into makeup, I would wear Face and Body foundation with Studio Fix powder on top. Girl, snatched. Try that combo. It's really nice. All right, and the next foundation that I love is also from MAC. Sorry, the middle section is definitely all MAC. MAC make really great foundations to me. Sometimes they oxidize, and that was my issue with this one. Sometimes it would get dark on me, especially if I'm out in the sun a lot and I'm like out in the heat. Your body chemistry gets hot and sometimes it changes that color. It just depends on you. Usually I'm in the house, but or inside somewhere. But if I know that I'm going to take pictures and I know I want a flawless foundation, I would use this. This is Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NW43. This is my holy grail shade. If I had to pick a shade that matched me for me to not die, I don't know if that's ever a thing, but if I needed a shade for real and just know that it matches, that is the shade for me. NW43 is like, they made it for me. Look at that. Out of all the tones in the world, this tone looks like it's made for me. This is my baby, okay? So this is like the perfect match for me. It's nice, it's warm, it has a little bit of yellow, but it's still kind of red. I love NW43, and I love that foundation. That foundation, it gives you full coverage. It will help to cover texture. If you have acne scars, it'll cover it all, baby. It'll cover it all. And also, the shade ranges are immaculate. You can be the darkest person out there. They'll have a foundation for you. You can be the lightest person out there. They have a foundation for you. That's why I love MAC. I still love MAC. Sorry, guys. I love MAC. They have really great shade ranges, and the formula is pretty good. Like, it's a classic but goodie. That's all I have in my kit. It's a lot of Studio Fix Fluid, and I have other foundations, even NARS and stuff, but those are like my babies, okay? I love it. The next one, what number are we at? 5. Number 5 would be the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. So again, this is a lightweight. All my bottles look crazy. It's because it was in my kit. Do not judge my life. So the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. So this foundation is like everything. It was a tinted moisturizer. Doesn't really, I don't know if it considers to be a foundation, but it is really nice because it goes on like butter. It hydrates. And it has sunscreen in it too. It has SPF 30, but don't worry, you don't get no flashback with this. On days where I want something lightweight and a little bit of coverage, I would wear this. This is great, especially for my girls who don't like to have anything heavy on. We're looking for foundations and to wear makeup, but don't want to be cakey. It's not going to make you look cakey. It'll give you a nice amount of coverage. You can always use a little bit of concealer under it and give you more coverage. But again, it gives you that natural look. And I'm all for skin, because I like my skin and I don't mind it seeping through a little bit. Yeah, so that's that. And the shade that I wear in NARS is Martinique. So this is actually one of my favorite shades for myself because it matches perfectly, okay? I'm here for shades that match perfectly. All right, so now we're going to be talking about NARS again. Now this is the Sheer Glow. So this foundation is great I feel like for anyone. You just have to make sure that you use a good setting powder, especially if you're more oily again. And if you're more dry, just make sure you moisturize under it. Now this foundation, to me personally, I feel like it does the exact opposite of Sheer Glow. I feel like it's kind of more fuller coverage than the All Day Luminous from NARS. And I feel like it dries down a little bit more matte. That's my own personal experience with it, but I feel like the exact opposite of its name. because it just dries down. So the shade that I'm in and this foundation is Macao. So all the Luminous, I had the shade Tahoe. I don't really use that for myself at all. It's more for kit purposes, but I'm definitely a Macao. And NARS. Let me see, that is beautiful. You see how it dries down? It dries down almost immediately. It's like a natural type of finish. It has a little bit of radiance to it, but it looks like skin. One, it's more full coverage. It looks like skin. It doesn't feel like it's too heavy, and it lasts all day. And the shade ranges are really amazing. Again, I'm always for some good shades, and this, oh, Lord knows, this is my baby. It looks really nice on. It feels good. Like, I love it. It feels really hydrating. So the difference that I like to say, because usually I used to always grab Studio Fix Fluid and NARS. NARS will give me some of that hydration a little bit more than the Studio Fix Fluid. Sometimes Studio Fix Fluid is so matte and so drying. So that's why I used to love those two. It used to be a good balance. So some days I'll wear Studio Fix Fluid, some days I'll wear NARS. But I gotta get back into it. I haven't really grabbed NARS lately because I've been using the last 3 foundations were like my top. They're my jam. Like, you'll understand. Okay? Like, I love them. All right. So my number 3 spot goes to Maybelline Fit Me. Honey, if you have never worn Maybelline Fit Me, I need you to get on the ball game, okay? Just join the team, okay? Just join the team. Not trying to use a lot, even though it's a cheap foundation. Like, it's cheap. I'm like, don't waste it. So the shade that I wear in this one is 335. It's classic tan. So sometimes I mix that one with the 355. 355 is too red for me, but 335, sometimes when I'm light, it matches. Let's see how that goes on. The coverage is amazing. It blends really well. See how I have NARS on this hand, and this is the Fit Me. Look how it dried? It dried immediately. And it still has a little bit of skin type of radiant. That's why I love to see with foundations. I want to see how my skin looks. If it looks like skin, then that's it. I don't want to put something on and it feels cakey or feels heavy. Like, I'm not with that. That's not me. Welcome to my channel. That's not me. I'm not down with the cakey foundation or something super heavy. A lot of girls be going in. That's not me. All right, I'm more low key, more natural. So this foundation is gonna leave you matte and it will leave you poreless, just like its name. It's full coverage. It even has amazing shade ranges. Like, this is it. And I think it's only $5.99. Honey, you cannot beat those prices. It is only $5.99. Get with it. And yeah, that's Maybelline Fit Me. That's my 3rd favorite. And then the next one, which is Lancome. Lancome was my number 1 foundation, but somebody else came along and stole that spot. So let's wipe off the NARS hand. You lucky y'all family, because I'm sitting here doing pumps of foundations, and these joints are like $40 a pop to $20. Honey, that's love. All right, that is love. Let's do it. So the shade that I wear in Lancome is 460. You see that color? Honey, the color is like perfect for me. The 460 is like nothing else. Now, Lancome is my favorite foundation, one of my favorites, because it goes on full coverage and it fills in the lines, It smooths it out. It almost, in a sense, like it plumps the skin and it fills it out. You can use this on anybody. Acneic skin, old skin, people who have like more like fine lines and wrinkles. You can use it on. Even if you have flawless skin, you can use it on there. This coloration, anybody can wear Lancome and rock it, and it looks natural. Anybody can find their shade. It's amazing. It dries down to be a matte. So if you're more dry, you definitely need a good like a good moisturizer under there. My oily skin girls, y'all are good in this foundation. You still want to use a setting powder because you don't want it to move. That's my only thing. I don't like my foundation to move. But it is amazing. Lancome is definitely one of my favorites. Now let's talk about my number one pick. My pick is Fenty, okay? Don't judge my life. It just came out 2 weeks ago, but I've been literally wearing it. I don't want to say every day, but whenever I'm doing my makeup, I grab Fenty. That's just what it is now. As you can see, I have so many foundations. This isn't even everything that I have, but it's just that good. Fenty is Rihanna's new makeup line. The shade that I grab is a 420. I feel like it matches me really well, but once I start to blend it sometimes, I feel like it's a little dark. Especially if you want to build the coverage, it could get dark on me. But 420 it's a beautiful shade for me still. Once I highlight and everything, I'm back to being bright. I like it. I might go one down just to see what it looks like, but that's the crazy thing. Again, I work for Sephora. It's no secret. So when I'm in the store and I'm trying Fenty on customers, it's always like, girl, you could be this shade and that shade. So it just depends. It really just depends, honestly, on you and how you feel with your foundation. It's not like you just, oh, girl, you only fit this one shade. Nah. It's weird. It's wild. I love how it dries down. See it dry down? It's like a natural matte. This is my face. I used no powder on it today, and this is how it looks. I had this makeup on since 3 o'clock, and it's about 11 o'clock. So definitely try it out. The shade ranges, again, it's like 40 shades. It's best to use on people with oily skin. I'll be real, because she can dry me out, and I'm on normal. Sometimes just depends on my day. Right now, lately, I've been more normal to oily, but still, she will dry me out. That says a lot. So that's why it's best that you use a good moisturizer under her, just to make sure that she is comfortable. It's lightweight. I don't feel anything. Like, I love it. I really do. And it really helps I feel like she not blurs, but it's like a natural finish, a natural perfected finish, and you can be able to build it to full coverage. My only problem with Fenty is just the fact that I feel like if you have more acne scars, it will be hard for you to cover, especially with me using it in store. It's kind of hard to cover acneic skin. You're going to need a little bit of concealer under it or a color corrector. And that's with anything, I feel like. But more so with the Fenty, you're going to need that. Because unlike Lancome, Fenty is more watery. And it's not like a creamy type of consistency. Lancome is more creamy, so I feel like you can just lay that foundation on top of your imperfections, and it's able to just cover. Fenty, you lay it down, and it's more sheer. So then you have to put another coat, and then another, and then you're good. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you have to use more to be able to build that coverage, but you still may see a little bit peeking through. So that's my only issue with Fenty. But if you don't have any of those problems, like I don't have any acne scars, sorry y'all. Only thing I have is a little bit of darkness around my mouth that I try to cover. Have any of that, then you are good, okay? And definitely check it out. I'm leaving links in my description box to all the foundations that I mentioned in this video, just so you guys will be able to purchase them. And again, it is a magic link. Like, I will make a little bit of change if you guys purchase it. That does not change my view of these products, okay? I do enjoy all of these products. That's why if I didn't like them, I would not be mentioning them. All right? So definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done that. And like this video, especially if you want to see more of my favorites, okay? And yeah, make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know if I missed any foundations that you love, because I love learning about new foundations. Let me know how you guys feel about the foundations that I mentioned. And also, follow me on social media, y'all. I will talk to you guys later. It's Pretty Face Ash. Y'all have a good night or a good morning. Peace. Bye.